Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebook, and today is kind of an interesting day, so let me brief you what happened yesterday. So, yesterday, I get out of bed, I do everything I'm supposed to. I didn't get the clothes put away, I keep forgetting that, but anyways, I got finally I got Aaron up. Moppy had to go, so I took care of Moppy, and then I decided to take care of Blizzard. Well, I waited and waited. Finally, I got kind of cranky, and I was trying to do a video rant about Aaron. Now, frankly, I don't really rant about Aaron much. I think if I'm going to rant, I'll just put it in text and send it to someone via email, because I feel I can confide on her and everything. So anyways, I finally got done. See, what happened was Aaron said, I said to Aaron yesterday, I want to go to the post office, the library, post office store. He's like, oh, give me 20 to 30 minutes. I got something to do. Well, at that time, it was over past lunchtime. My stomach is just growling for about 19 hours of no food. So I was like, so finally, I went and tried to do a video rant 3 times. But finally, he comes in. He's like, oh, I'm ready. So then I finally got up and we went to the post office, or the library. Now, I'm not going to show you that, but I got me my library card reissued. Now, I didn't know any debts or anything. By the way, they gave me this one too. Isn't that cool? One for your keychain. So anyways, go in there. I said, yes, I want to borrow some books, but I want to do it online so I don't have to do much. Can they mail it to me like I've heard they can? Oh yeah, no problem. So I went and ordered 19 books. 18 are on fly fishing. One is called A River Runs Through It, a book. And then I thought, under fishing, in God we trust, for all else pay cash. The story in God we trust, for all others pay cash, is the story of the Christmas story, where you, Ralphie, you'll shoot your eye out. You know, the rifle, kid wanting a rifle for Christmas. So anyways, got done with the library, went over to the post office, nothing at the post office, went over to the store, and I spent like $8. Aaron was like, oh, I'm gonna save you some money, you know, I'm gonna save some money. Well, he bought me something that was like $3, and I was like, dude, don't worry about it. Well, anyways, I got home and we had 2 frozen pizzas for dinner, and he's like, oh, we got Pro Bowl pizzas and then we got Super Bowl pizzas. Well, I was gonna get 2-pack of these 2-pack pizzas. They were like $5 or less. Turns out they're $8. So I was like, I'm not paying $4 a pizza. I'll go buy these other ones for $1.79. So we went and did that. Well, on the way out, I ran into a lady and I was talking to her about the TV. You know, she said, oh, you guys got the TV set up for the Super Bowl? I said, oh, yeah. Crystal clear picture on Fox, hooked up rabbit ears so I don't have to pay cable. And me and Aaron sat there, and Aaron says, so what's your next purchase, you know? And I says, I'm going to get a book. Well, yesterday I went through it, and I picked out 3 books. 3. And then I told Aaron the other books we'll read first, you know. And I said to him that I have a theory on I should buy new books, but, you know, he's just like, oh, well, you know, usually brand new is slightly used, so don't worry about it. Well, I wanted to confine an email this morning about that to a friend of mine. You know, basically I was kind of irritated in the fact, you know, on that. And so I was kind of pissy about that, you know. So, on that aspect, so I was just like, ay caramba, you know. So, talking to, on that, you know, I kind of get, you know, on that. And then this morning, not that it matters, I hope my friends and my people that view this video don't think I'm on a tirade, but, or a rant, but, I saw the news again today. It was like, this week there was like shooting in Purdue University, the next day a supposed shooting in Oklahoma University, and now a shooting in a Maryland mall. There goes the ban the guns, they're bad for us. Pfft, come on, the gun's a tool, nothing more, nothing less. So technically I don't know what the problem is, but I don't like reading the news about we must ban guns today because, pfft, come on. The man that did it, the person that pulled the trigger is the problem, not the gun. The gun's a tool. Yeah, the gun was used in many wars. When the gun was invented over 500 years ago, Beretta invented the firearm, and since then the firearms have been becoming modified to lead bullet powder. But then people say, oh, well, we don't need this. Fine, if we don't need it, then the U.S. government can go back to one-shot muskets and be sitting there, you know, one at a time. I mean, come on. The good thing is the government needs to realize that, you know, they can't take away something that's not, I don't know. So anyways, today I got to put my clothes away. I still got to write a little note or two to my pen pal this morning. I haven't done that over coffee. I just got up. The first thing I did was I was browsing information on fly fishing. And I sent an email out, and I was going to do that, and then Aaron's like, yeah, I'm playing Rune Factory, and I'm like, so you're up for once? He's like, yeah, problem is couldn't sleep past 6. Probably his neighbor. Guy sings in Spanish so loud it wakes everyone up. I told him, when your friend comes, I give your friend permission to beat the crap out of the guy. And he's like, he won't. He's passive. I said, well, someone's got to do something. He said, just complain. And he said, oh, la, 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 hitting the ceiling with the broom. Oh, la, 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 la. And it's like, my neighbors, they're so dang quiet, except for the little screaming kid. It's like, anytime he wants something, he does giddy screams. I mean, come on. I mean, so last night I had a friend of mine come by the way, from town. She came by, we were talking. She's like, oh, are you busy? I'm like, no. She's been like 2.5 hours here. I had to fold up the couch. Usually we fold it up only when she's around. Otherwise, I leave my bed made. And finally, I told Aaron I got to make it up. Oh, and then this coming month, I'm getting an extra roll of quarters. I'm doing bedding. So I said, Aaron, I'm washing yours. Oh, my bedding's fine. Pfft, yeah, right. I mean, I wash mine like every 3 months. But you see, if I was married and I had to share the same bed with someone, it'd probably be done like once a week. You know, at that. But just because it's me. He's just like, my mom washed hers like once a month. But me, I wash mine like every 3 to 6 because, well, I'm the only one in it. And if the bed gets that bad, you just fold it up, you know. So he's just like, so. But anyways, today's going to be fold the clothes up, put them away, get the kitchen clean tomorrow. The office is tidy. Aaron said that I got to take the trash out again. He asked me about printer. Printer's almost out, and yesterday, I gotta tell you, I got cranky. I got a bill, and I've been paying and paying and paying. So finally, Aaron calls up on my behalf. I gave him permission to talk. I don't like talking on the phone to certain people. So Aaron calls up, and then Aaron talks to the hospital, the billing department, back east. It's like, it took me a lot of minutes. So finally, phone got done. We got the bill. They condensed it. Aaron's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. How much do they owe? Well, Aaron looked at me and looked at mine and says, you're going to pay yours off faster than mine. I said, that's my plan. Well, this sucks. I'm like, why? Well, look at it. My bill was over $610. Yours is $250. Yeah, after all the bills and everything, they condensed and me paying my medical bill down, it went down to $250. He's complaining, and it's like, your medical bill's $250. Well, sorry. So, I got cheese to pay this month, which I've complained about. 3 pounds going missing. I will never go through the company again because of it. Secondly, I can buy cheese cheaper at the grocery store in 2-pound blocks for $5.99. I bought, the thing I don't like is I bought a 1/4 pound little block for $3 for Pepper Jack. Not the brand I usually get, and it's like $3, whereas I'm buying a block like this for $5.99 at Walmart for 2 pounds. So I'm just gonna get several blocks for the month. Cheddar's not bad. However, I don't like the cheddar I got for $4, a 2-pound block from the grocery store when it's on sale. It left a funky aftertaste. It's like you want more of the cheese, and when you eat enough of it, you're like, so. Anyways, today we're going to get into our game. Aaron and I started the game. We beat it. Took us a couple tries, but Aaron basically did this. He's like, oh, well, you got to use this weapon. Well, I have a weapon set, basically, in my game. And I have, like 10 to 20 bows. I'm an archer. So when I flip them out, it's like poison, ice, fire, cold, etc. And I use whatever, and he's just like, well, you know. So, and then the final boss, he's like, oh yeah, use cold. They don't like fire cold. Well, he's using his cold character, this limited edition guy that, you know, the bonus character in the game. Sitting there, and the guy's sitting there pummeling him, and he's not even doing much, you know, not even taking light cold because, you know, he's immune to it. So he can't be poisoned and stuff. So in the game, I'm just sitting there, and I switch over to Holy Fire. That's Holy and Fire combined. And he was taking some massive damage, and I was launching from a distance, and then I have a little helper that comes in and helps out. And when the enemy boss kills the enemy, I just summon another one to keep attacking with, using my super strength spell for my characters. Took care of it. Now we started over, and Aaron's a fighter, and he's like running around, a female elf, and it's like I mean, I'm an archer, so I can fire a crossbow or bow fast. Well, he's sitting there, which reminds me, I want to talk about crossbow in a second. He's sitting there running up to him faster than me, going with his poison and everything, and they're falling over dead. And I'm like, yeah, and he's like, you know. And then in certain caves, I switched over to a battle axe. I usually use a two-handed great sword or two-handed bastard sword, imperial bastard sword, because the imperial bastard sword is the highest you can go. There's like imperial, then there's flawless. Well, I don't have flawless, and we've never picked it up. In the last 8 years playing this game straight through, once a year, 6 or 7 times, we've never picked up flawless bastard sword, and we've never found anyone online that's picked one up either. So anyways, so I have my own skill sets, you know, and then once he goes through Vidra, he'll go through like a door, the two-handed a warhammer carrying giant or whatever they call him, and then there's the dwarf. The dwarf's like and swearing, you know, damn it, and you know, it's funny, you know. So anyways, crossbows, I'm looking to put one on layaway because I'd like to have one on hand for when I go out to Montana or Wyoming. So a friend of mine was talking about Wyoming today, why I'm going there, what adventure there is, and I just basically said, you know, so, sorry about this. I was answering Aaron about the Pro Bowl. See, the Pro Bowl is tomorrow, and we're doing a game today, and we're going to do our video early because of the Pro Bowl. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is fly fishing for a minute. You know, I was talking to someone today in an email about fly fishing, how it is very expensive. You can find a cheapy, crappy pole for $20, but it might not hold out for one season. It might break. You got to line yourself up with your own line. You got to buy your flies. You got to buy your hooks. You got to buy a lot of things. So, you know, you just got to be careful. So, which reminds me, I need to talk to you guys about the thing. Fly fishing is very expensive, so you got to be very careful of what you're doing. That's why I'm planning mine out carefully. So, you know. And by the way, just so you all know, 7 days from tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Yes, that's right. Way to go. Hopefully the Sea Chickens, aka the Hawks, win. We're really stoked about it. Everyone here, Aaron is, I am. We got our beer set up for tomorrow's game. Aaron asked how many I'm drinking. I said, well, during the championship, I had 3 beers per game, and there was like a, what was it? There was like a 30-minute gap between where I didn't drink, and I drank during halftime. Let me tell you, I was still completely tipsy, and I did not think the Sea Chickens were going to win, and that's why I drank a little extra heavy. Well, when they turned around and did that final call, and bam, I was sitting there dancing like, oh yeah, this is going to be great, you know. This year also we're setting up baseball, so just so some of you know, we're getting ready for baseball. Baseball's coming up soon. Baseball starts soon for spring break or spring training, and then we get into the expedition games, etc. So I'm stoked about that. So I'm getting the TV set up on that, so me and Aaron can watch them. So So yeah, about crossbows, I got an idea. Now, the Wyoming, Montana, I was telling a friend of mine I'm gladly willing to send them some information. I got stacks of information on that. I mean, for example, there's hiking, fishing, biking, backpacking, llama rides, or llama trips where you walk on a horse or something. Your gear is transported by alpacas, llamas, etc. So there's a lot to do in Wyoming, and me and Aaron are looking at Wyoming as a possibility, or Montana. So, you know, we're just getting things lined up. Next month, he's going to be calling up the places to see about getting applications. Which reminds me, my lenses popped out of my glasses yet again. So, being complaining, Aaron just looked at me and he says, "You're getting glasses next month. No ifs, ands, or buts." I said, "Well, I don't know any way to get there." Well, my friend, she's like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I can do it." Well, to each their own, you know, so on that. So anyways, other than that, that's all I'm going to be ranting and raving and stuff today. Please look for more videos. By the way, me and Aaron's going to be video reviewing fly fishing books. No one's done it on YouTube, so it's our turn to try. So with that said, please add and subscribe. Please post comments in the box. Please add us a friend, and please post suggestions as well. Thank you, and may God bless the world.